Denver Broncos have fired Nathaniel Hackett, their first-year head coach, after a terrible 4-11 start for the team. Now, when it came to a big part of the reason why I think they hired Nathaniel Hackett, it's down to Aaron Rodgers. Because around the time that they hired Nathaniel Hackett, Aaron Rodgers didn't know whether he was going to stay at Green Bay or whether he was going to leave. He ended up staying at Green Bay, and let's just say this, Aaron Rodgers is picking things back up from where it should not have been. They're still within a playoff shot. But unfortunately for Nathaniel Hackett and the Denver Broncos, ever since they won their last Super Bowl, every single season since, they have not made the playoffs, including this year. And this is down to the trade that they made, which is possibly one of the worst trades that we have seen in the NFL. The Denver Broncos trading for Russell Wilson. The Seahawks have definitely won that trade. I just want to say that. The Seahawks have definitely won that trade. Russell Wilson has competed in 13 games this season. He's 253 for 421. He's completing 60% of his passes. He has 3,019 yards. He's averaging 7.2 yards per throw. He has 12 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Yeah. Russell Wilson has 12 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. He's been sacked 49 times. I just honestly can't believe that he's been sacked this many times and he's playing this badly. Because Russell Wilson a couple years ago was battling for the MVP. And now he is playing like crap, and his mentality through the first few games was Bronco country, let's ride. I bet you the amount of Bronco fans have gotten tired of hearing that thing, and they don't want to hear that thing come out of his mouth. Because the way things are going right now, the new ownership can possibly cut ties with Russell Wilson. Yes, they would take on a lot of dead cap in terms of that contract, but if things do not change, I'm pretty sure it'll be worth it. Because Russell Wilson is playing very, very badly. A guy that's won a Super Bowl is playing this badly, and he's not even above 32 yet. He's not even close to where his dropout would be, and he's already dropping off. And this is after he complained about being in Seattle and not getting protection in Seattle, and he turns out to play worse than he did when he was with Seattle. So we can clearly see who the problem was when it became between Russell Wilson or Pete Carroll. And Pete Carroll is leading the Seahawks to possibly could be a playoff spot with Geno Smith. Geno Smith is helping lead the team to possibly a playoff spot. Meanwhile, Russell Wilson is out of the playoffs. He's going to have to practice, and he's going to have to get better. And whoever the Broncos hires as their next head coach, they're going to have to deal with Russell Wilson. Because he cannot have 3,000. He has to have more than 3,000 yards passing, and he has to have at least above 20 touchdowns and about 3 less picks. let's say about 20 touchdowns and 6 picks, and then about 4,000 yards. Then you can say Russell Wilson is playing like Russell Wilson, but he really isn't. And in terms of rushing for the Broncos, I mean, it's not really that better. Latavius Murray is their top rusher, and Latavius Murray only got signed to the team recently. So everything's been going down when it comes to the Denver Broncos. They've lost both their running backs. Russell Wilson's not playing good. They fired their first-year head coach, Nathaniel Hackett, and I'm pretty sure he'll probably go back to Green Bay and be the offensive coordinator for Green Bay and help them get that offense that they had last year back to Aaron Rodgers next year after he tried out a year as the Denver Broncos head coach. And the last offensive coordinator to try out a job as a head coach got fired within his first season, and that was Josh Daniels, who was the current coach of the Raiders. Funny enough, in the same division as the Denver Broncos. So now we know it doesn't matter what system you use, not every like offensive coordinator is going to work out, because Nathaniel Hackett was brought in to try and secure Aaron Rodgers, didn't secure Aaron Rodgers, thought he could lead with Russell Wilson, couldn't lead. Russell Wilson played bad. Denver Broncos played bad. And the Denver Broncos are 4-11 right now with 2 games left of the season. They're not going to be making the playoffs. And the way things are going, the Broncos may not be back to the Super Bowl within the next 10 years. And that'd be just very surprising, considering this team about 5-6 years ago was one of the best teams in the NFL. So I'm just really surprised that the Denver Broncos are playing this bad. But it's all down to the quarterback. And Russell Wilson, just saying it right now, Russell Wilson is not playing like a number 1 quarterback, and I don't think he will be for the next year. I think there's a possibility that the new owners may have to cut ties with Russell Wilson, but we'll just have to see when it comes to that. I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace.